Today I'm going to show you how to upgrade your standard Tippmann A5 marker to a Tippmann A5 e-trigger. So the items you'll need is your marker. You'll need a standard 9-volt battery or a paintball battery, which lasts for more shots when you're playing. Then either a vice grip, or you will need a 7/16 crescent wrench. That can also be good. You'll also need a piece of weed eater line or an Allen wrench or something skinny. And you will need your e-trigger, of course. Your e-trigger looks like this, and it has 3 firing modes. You are in safe when it's in white, semi-automatic, which you can switch to real quickly if you want to go to semi-automatic real fast, or there's fully automatic, and that's where you change your firing modes. Your firing modes will be different depending on what you set them as. So, to take off your old standard grip, you'll just push out these 2 pins right here, this one and this one. You just pull them out and set them aside. You will need them later. Alright, then your handle slides right off. Then you need your wrench to unscrew your grip, and you loosen it, and then it slides right off. So then it comes off right there. And you won't need that unless you want to switch back to standard. And alright, so now you take your e-trigger and you attach the hose line right here. It's best to attach the hose line first, because if you don't, then it will be at an odd angle whenever you are attaching it later. So I like to do that first. So it can be done the other way, it's just a little bit harder. So you twist it on with your hand as much as you can, and then you take your vice grips and you tighten them all the way down. And you want it as tight as you can, but not too tight to where you can't get it off later, so that the air doesn't leak out from the gun, from the grip. And then you slide your gun right back into place, and it'll pop in, and you push your pins right back in. There we go. Now, your e-grip is successfully installed into your gun. Now, of course, you're wanting to know how to make it work, how to test it out, how to make sure the battery is good, how to do whatever to make sure it's working. So, you will open up this back hatch on the back of the handle, and you will pull out the wires inside, and you will attach them to your 9-volt battery. And then it will slide right back into place inside, and you will pop the handle right back in. So now the battery's in there. So now if it's a new battery, then it should light up green whenever you push. There's a button right there, there's a button on the top, and there's an LED light on the bottom. You push the top for 2 seconds and wait until it turns from yellow to green. It's now flashing green. So that means your battery is good and it's ready to use. So right now it's on fully automatic mode. So you pull the trigger once, twice, and hold, and then it is shooting fully automatic. So that's fully automatic. Then the next one, all you have to do to change fully automatic firing modes is push this top button and hold it for 1-2 seconds, and then there will be flashing orange lights, and it flashed 3 times, if you could see that. Now it's flashing green again. That means it's ready to be fired with the new firing mode, and this one I believe is response mode. So that means when you pull the trigger back and forward, it fires. And then you can find a sweet spot in the middle, and it will fire pretty much automatic. And you can get the same effect if you do not buy this and you instead upgrade your standard grip to a response trigger, which hides a piston right here instead of a circuit board. So now, that was response mode, and then if you push the top button one more time, it will flash 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and that means that it is in turbo mode. So that is this. That's where you get your 15 paintballs a second. Then you the fifth mode is either, you can do semi-auto here and change the setting, or you can push the button at the top. It'll flash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was 5 blinks. So that means when you're in fully automatic mode, it's still semi-automatic. So it only fires 1 shot, even though it's in fully automatic mode. Then, last but not least, to recycle the system all the way back to 1, you push it one more time, and it blinks 1 time, and that puts it in 3-shot burst. So there you have it. That's your Tippmann A5 etrigger. Now, also, you can, to make sure that your battery is working, when you put it in, if your gun lights up red, it means it's not good. So let me change out the battery to a bad battery and show you what that looks like. Okay, this is an old battery that I have, and all you have to do, you take out the old battery, and then you pop in the new one. Or actually, that's the new one, and this one's the old one. And then you close it in. Alright, and then whenever you push the buttons, you push it, and it does not turn on, or it flashes red like that, red LED, and that means it's out of battery, and it doesn't fire. It fired 1 time, and then it just shut off, meaning it's a dead battery. So that's how to see if it's a dud. And then also, if you're not sure if it's working or not, then you can take your battery and touch it to your tongue. If you feel shock, it means it has voltage in it, and that means it's still good, and that means there's probably something wrong with your gun, but not necessarily. Yeah, this one has a very, very low charge, and it takes a lot of battery power to charge this thing, so that means it is not a good battery. So now I'm going to put this one back in. Alright, so that is your Tippmann A5 etrigger.